Hello, friends. I am Shelly Clough, and today is day 11 of 12 days of Christmas tags. Today we are doing this really cute Christmas light design. Don't forget that all of these designs are put into a playlist for you, so you can make all the tags with me if you want to. I'm just going to scoot these up here so we can see them for reference as we're working. For my tag today, I didn't use a punch. I just trimmed out, it's about a 2.5 by 4-inch piece of Canson XL watercolor paper. I like my space to be a little bit bigger when I do these Christmas light tags, because then it just keeps that sort of playful, airy feeling a little easier than when you try to squish it into a smaller design. So the first thing I do when I am working on one of these Christmas light tags, and I also did a Christmas card with this design, so you can check that out. It was part of my Paint 1, Make 4 Christmas cards series. So you can find that on the channel, but first I take a green color. This is my size 4 Cotman brush, by the way. And I am just going to make some little loopy lines across the middle of my paper here. Okay, so I like to do one right through the middle, and then maybe one kind of coming down over this way, and one kind of coming up in the top corner. All right, so there's my lines. And then I'm going to start making some nubs. They are the little squares that my lights are going to be attached to. So I just make little marks like this to do those lights. And I try to be aware of like where they are to make sure I don't have two that are facing each other so that they overlap. Try to kind of make sure I've got enough space as I paint these in here. Just kind of staggering them a little bit at a time. Okay, I think I'm feeling good about those for my nubs. I'm just going to go over this little cord line a little bit, smooth it out a bit. Now I can start putting on my bulbs. So I always like to start with a fun pink color on these. I love when I can work in some pink at Christmas time. So I have this Opera Rose color that is a fun bright pink that I'm going to do a couple of lights in that pink color. So I just make kind of a leaf shape like a football and then fill it in. And I'm going to do a couple of those. Just sort of stagger them around my tag. I usually start with about 2 of each, and then when I get to the end, I'll fill in, depending on what needs to be where, I will plug in the last couple of colors. So I'm going to do some red now. I teach an in-person class for these tags. I live in Utah, which is where my classes are. If you're ever in the area, or if you live in the area, you should come take one of my workshops. They're so fun. And these tags is one of my favorite classes all year long because they're so accessible. They're not intimidating. It's so little that they're really doable, and people leave so excited. And there's something about working with string and scissors and all of that stuff that makes it a little extra fun. It's like crafty instead of just artsy. So now I just have lemon yellow on my brush for these yellow lights. And I do like to try to leave a little bit of white space as I fill out this light shape. Just helps create kind of a highlight on there. But if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to take some ultramarine blue and paint some little blue bulbs here. And then green is my last color, and then I'm just going to see kind of what colors need to be where. So I'm just going to paint, this is just sap green that I've gone in with. Might do another green one up over here. And then I've just got 2 more left. This might be kind of snug right in there. But on this side, I think I'm going to do another blue one. Also, the point on this one kind of got lost. Just going to restore that. And for this last one, I think I'm going to go ahead and make that yellow. And because it sort of bumps into this light, I'm just going to paint around it like this light is behind. See that? So just in case you do have a couple lights that you've painted too close, you can do that. And then I'm just taking a little extra yellow on my brush and going over those other yellow bulbs, just because yellow is such a light color. Sometimes it's hard to see. So I'm going to let this dry completely and then go over it with some pen work. Okay, so now that this is all the way dry, I'm just going to go in with some pen. I'm using my Micron 005 today. It's just slightly skinnier than my 01. Doesn't really matter, but that's what I'm going with today. And for my bulbs, I just outline them, do a little line down the middle, and then sometimes I'll do just kind of a little box around that nub if it feels like, you know, it gets out of balance with the bulb once you outline it. Little box, outline, and then a line. And I'm just going to go through and do that on all my lights. And I'm okay if, as I'm outlining my lights, my outlines go a little bit outside of what I've painted. I think that actually adds to the fun of it. It doesn't feel like a mistake to me. I like doing that on purpose. Then it helps keep my pen marks sort of loose and playful. I'm not worried so much about them, and the whole process is more fun. Okay, so now that my bulbs are all outlined, I am going to add some corners onto this tag. I used this corner on the pine cone one the other day, and I liked it. It's kind of this squared off corner, and this punch is linked below as well. I'm just going to punch off those corners. I like to turn it upside down so I can see exactly where the corner is going. Just makes it so I don't punch in the wrong place. Okay, so there's my cute little tag shape, and then I'm going to add my twine to it. I'm going to do my hole punch, and then take a little bit of my jute twine. And I just fold that in half, take my fold, we're going to press it through the hole, and then I have a loop and tails. I stick my tails through the loop and pull it, and there is my tag. Okay, I hope you are enjoying this series. I've been having so much fun doing it with you. All of these are put into a playlist so you can watch the whole series, and we will be back tomorrow with day 12 of these tags. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.